What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my podcast, Happy Days, with me, Callum Church. Today, I'm going to kick off today's episode by asking you a question, and it might be a question which you've never really considered before, so buckle up, right? I'm going to ask you, are you trying to escape reality? Okay, because many people, even myself included, may be trying to escape our realities and break away from our world and our realities without even thinking about it. You know, we do this unconsciously, subconsciously. We are trying to escape our realities. It's because it's wired into our brains. Anyways, first of all, why might you be trying to escape reality? That's probably the question which you guys are probably asking right now. You're probably sitting there thinking, no, I probably don't try and escape reality, and why would I? Well, here's some reasons. Well, you might be trying to escape reality because of pain. You might be trying to escape reality because of discomfort. And it's important to remember that these two things are what, add to our own growth. We need to go through pain. We need to go through discomfort in order to grow. It's like anything. If you look at anything in, say, nature, it has to struggle in order to grow, right? If you think of, if you look big picture, right, and you look at species and evolution, you have to have a lot of pain and struggle, as in individual animals dying and struggling to survive in order for natural selection to, kick in and be a thing, which, obviously adds to evolution. We know this. So that's what I mean when we need pain in order to grow. It's just the same as if you need to go out running and put some pain through your legs in order for that to grow. You need pain for hypertrophy, right? You need to tear down your muscles in order for it to grow back stronger. Okay, that's how strength training works. That's how, marathon runners train up their legs, right? You have to go through that pain in order to grow. That's just a fact, okay? So that's why this is so important, that, you may be trying to run away from these things, this pain, this discomfort. You might be trying to break away from reality. It's because you are essentially stunting your own growth. You are running away from all of the potential growth, all of the potential development, and you're actually limiting yourself and stopping yourself from reaching your full potential by doing this. And this is all subconscious. So this is why this is a important episode, is because I'm trying to bring some consciousness to this and raise some awareness about it, I suppose. So that's why I'm talking about it. Now, what do I mean by escaping reality? Okay, I mean putting off pain and discomfort. We've established that, and we've established that it's unconscious. It's without thinking. So here's some examples of what I actually mean about when we escape reality. You might be trying to escape reality by indulging in, drugs or alcohol. Basically, anything that's going to get you off your face. You might be unknowingly indulging in these things to escape the pain which your life has or brings, or escape the daily discomfort which you are going through. And that's the thing, we have such an unhealthy relationship with pain and discomfort sometimes, because we are told when we were growing up that pain and discomfort is a bad thing, that we should avoid it. And as natural comfort-seeking beings, a lot of people go through their entire lives without really going through much pain or not really going through much discomfort. And as a result of that, they don't reach their full potential. They don't go on to achieve many things in their life because they've never had that adversity. So yeah, you might be indulging in drugs or alcohol to try and, get away from this, to get off your face so that you can, take a few hours to, just escape from that pain which your life might be having at the moment. But just remember, if your life is particularly painful at the moment, you're in a growth moment. You are growing in that moment, and every moment that you spend in pain and discomfort, you are growing. Just remember that every single second, okay? Another example of a way in which we escape our reality, it's quite a simple one really. It's procrastination. Everyone procrastinates. I procrastinate. I procrastinated before even, recording this episode. We can do this in a number of ways, right? Procrastination is limitless in what we could be doing to procrastinate, right? But this is just us trying to escape our reality again. We're trying to put off what life is bringing to us. I was trying to put off what my life was bringing to me, and that was recording an episode today, get it ready for you guys and put out some positive stuff out there and trying to help you guys, and I was putting that off. Why? Because, sometimes it can be painful to record an episode. And that's not to say I don't love it. Of course I love it. It's great. I love what I do with a podcast. But, you know, you have to sit down. You have to script the episode. You have to sit here and speak for up to half an hour or so, which can be pretty difficult sometimes, especially when it's a solo episode, man. When I'm sat here on my own talking to myself, you know, it's surprisingly quite tiring, right? And I doubt many people will be able to relate to that, because there's not many podcast listeners that listen to my podcast. I don't think, anyway. Maybe let me know if you are. But yeah, it can be quite painful sometimes to record an episode. But hey, pain's a good thing, and I know that because I sometimes struggle to do the episodes. It's much easier than it was to start with, but because I still struggle with the episodes, I know that I'm still growing in this space, still growing as a podcaster, you know? So, yeah, procrastination, that might be a way in which you are trying to escape your reality. Now, the third example that I have for, you know, examples of where we try and escape our reality is the big one, really. It's the broad one. It's the one which a lot of people get involved with far too much, indulge in far too much. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about overstimulation. Okay, overstimulation is what holds many people back from reaching their full potential. It holds many people back and, you know, keeps them away from that pain and discomfort which we need in order to grow, right? What are some examples of this? I've written down a few. I've got video games, right? For all the people listening to this, I'm sure many of you will love video games. I love video games myself, but sometimes we can get caught in the trap of overindulging. You know, living in these video game worlds and trying to escape our lives. I know so many people who play far too many video games, far too many for their own good. And, you know, to be honest, it's probably because they enjoy living that kind of second life. You know, there's a reason why video games are so popular. First of all, they're highly stimulating. But second of all, it gives you an opportunity to be able to do things which you can't do in your real life, you know. That's why GTA is such a popular series, Grand Theft Auto. It's because you get to, you know, rob people, steal cars, go around, shoot people, you know, which can be fun. Sounds a bit strange saying that out loud, but it can be fun to do that in a video game. And why is that? It's because you can't do that in your, you know, real life, you know. There's a reason why everyone wants to be the hero in games a lot of the time. Is because you don't always get the opportunity to be the hero in real life. Not everyone can be a superhero. Not everyone can be, you know, an army guy, you know, a soldier or something, Call of Duty, you know, whatever. So that's why people love video games. It's to escape their reality, right? You're doing exactly the same thing by doing these things. You're escaping your real life. You're escaping the pain and discomfort which that may be bringing. And you're escaping the growth. That's the sad thing, right? Another form of overstimulation. Netflix, man. Netflix. Oh my God. I tell you what, I've been watching far too much Netflix recently. Far too much. And I probably need to calm it down a little bit. But I don't know. That's something for me to work on, I suppose. But hey, Netflix, overstimulation again. We're overstimulating our brains. It does it no good, and it's escaping our lives again. Similar to the video games, I guess it's just an opportunity to live in a little fantasy world, you know, to suspend reality. You know, that's why I love sci-fi stuff, right? That's why I love all the nerdy stuff like Star Wars and Marvel, because it's a totally different world, right? With worlds with superheroes, worlds with Jedi, right? And it's because it's suspending my reality. It's suspending my current world, and then ultimately I'm escaping my reality. And third of all, the last one I've got is endless scrolling, you know, over scrolling, social media, indulging in these things. Man, TikTok is crazy. I mean, once you get into the void of endless scrolling on that, it's difficult to stop. Same with Instagram, same with all kinds of social media, even like YouTube and stuff, watching too many YouTube videos. You know, you might be overindulging in these things, and you may be, you know, trying to escape your reality without even thinking about it. So think about, you know, what is your screen time? You know, we all talk about screen time, but how many of you are actually trying to put some change into what you do daily with your habits, with your phones and stuff? What are you doing to change your daily habits with video games? What about your daily habits with Netflix, right? Are you putting a limit on these things? Because, look, I'm not saying that these things are always bad. You know, I mean, drugs, obviously, is bad. Alcohol, yeah, in moderation. Procrastination, try and cut that out as much as you can in your life. And overstimulation, I mean, that is bad. But that's not to say that video games, Netflix, and scrolling through social media is a bad thing. It's not. But like everything, it's in moderation. So don't let yourself get carried away with these things. Don't let yourself drag yourself away from your reality. The present moment is the place to be if you want to succeed, if you want to be happy, if you want to live a good life. So don't let yourself take yourself away from that, right? So we've established this, right? Pain helps you to grow, discomfort helps you to grow. And just remember that by running from these things and by escaping your reality, you are stopping yourself from reaching your full potential. It's the sad truth of all of this. And, think about what your relationship with pain is, right? Is it a healthy one? Do you understand what pain truly is? Because I bang on about this on the podcast so much. Pain is a good thing. So, look, I know when you're sat there and you may be going for a run, you might be going to the gym, lifting some heavy weights, and you feel that pain. It can be, uncomfortable. No one likes the pain, but try and develop your relationship with pain to remember that it's a good thing. I mean, the easiest way to understand what I'm saying here is think about you in the gym. I mean, for me, when I'm in the gym and I'm lifting heavy weights, I feel great because I feel powerful. I feel like I'm growing. I feel like I'm pushing myself. And it's because I have a healthy relationship with pain. Someone who doesn't go to the gym, or not often anyways, will be the type of person that has a poor relationship with pain. They don't understand the benefits of pain. They don't understand the benefits of discomfort. So, look, if your life is particularly painful right now or uncomfortable, just remember that you are growing, okay? And try and develop that healthy relationship with pain. Because everyone needs to develop. That's the whole kind of point of life, really, is to grow and be better, be greater, reach your potential. That's what everything is in the world, right? Everything's growth. The universe is expanding. Plants are growing everywhere. People are growing. Cities are growing. Everything is developed. Society is developed. Everything is growing. That's what life is all about, right? I mean, if you just take a minute to look around, everything is in growth. Everything's in motion. Especially when you speed it up a lot. A tree might look particularly still, but remember that over a period of years, that thing's still growing, right? So just remember that, you do need the pain to grow, and growth is ultimately the point of all of this, in my opinion anyways. And I'm sure many of you will be able to agree. So to round off today's episode, I just want to leave you with something, and I just want to tell you that everyone needs to develop a firefighter mentality. Okay, and what do I mean by a firefighter mentality? I mean that we need to face our problems head on. We need to run into the pain. We need to run into the discomfort of all of our daily problems, of all of our, daily habitual, efforts of pain, like running, like going to the gym. We need to face these things head on, because behind that pain and discomfort is where all of the greatest achievements in your life are sitting there waiting for you. Behind that discomfort, you've got to go out there. You've got to run through the discomfort. You've got to run through the pain. And there's a wall there. You can't necessarily see what's on the other side of that, right? But once you embrace that and run headfirst into it, that is where you will see the greatest growth in your life, the greatest development in your life. That is where you will see the greatest achievements in your life, is through that. So develop a firefighter mentality. Run into the fire, run into the pain, run into the discomfort, run head first. Because, hey, if a firefighter doesn't run head first into the fire, if they sit there and procrastinate and trying to escape their reality, trying to escape the pain and discomfort, none of them are going to save any lives. None of them are going to be able to put the fire out if they don't run head first into it. So try and develop a firefighter mentality in yourself. Run into your pain, run into your discomfort, and that is where you are going to see the greatest achievements in your life. That is where you are going to save lives as a firefighter would, So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Just develop that firefighter mentality. Be a firefighter, and that is where you will see the greatest growth and development in your life. So that is all that I have for today's episode of the podcast. I do truly hope that you did enjoy it, as always. If you did, please consider leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, because it does truly help the show. And also leave me a feedback on Instagram. I love hearing from you guys. I genuinely mean that. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate you guys listening. So drop me a DM, let me know what you thought of the episode, and it would be awesome to connect with you guys. So again, I do truly hope that you did enjoy today's episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. So there you go. That's the end of the show. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe on your podcasting app of choice so you can download and listen as each episode is released. If this episode helped you in any way, tell your friends, tell your family, maybe even leave a cheeky review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps the show. But that's all for now. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next episode, released shortly. Take care.